I think I figured it out. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the 125-foot Atlantis, part of the Cape May Whale Watcher fleet. I'm Captain Jeff. I'm here with Captain Stewart, and we are getting underway on one of our virtual whale and dolphin watch trips. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the first sunset virtual trip. Virtual sunset trip. It's the first. We're figuring it out. Off to your right, you can see Group Cape May Coast Guard Base and Training Center. This is the only training center in the United States for the Coast Guard. So somebody you know joins up with the Coast Guard from anywhere in the USA. They're coming to Cape May, New Jersey for their 8 weeks of basic training as a new recruit. They process 3,000 to 5,000 new recruits every year. The largest of the vessels out the end of the wharf there, the Roland Fritsch, the 1119. That's a 155-foot medium endurance offshore Coast Guard cutter. She's part of a brand new class of cutters here in the United States Coast Guard. This vessel and others like her, they are named after enlisted heroes. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining in with us here, you are aboard the 125-foot Atlantis on our first virtual sunset cruise. You're here on Cape May Harbor. We're already underway from the marina. I'm Captain Jeff, your quarantine captain. I'm here with Captain Stewart at the helm. Also on deck tonight, we have Caroline. We have Reno, back from last year, Reno Randall. We have Amber and Jeremy. So some new faces on the cruise, some old faces, and we're out for the first sunset cruise here virtually. This is a public cruise. You could have bought tickets. You could be here live with us. We have passengers aboard, 25 passengers, and looking forward to a beautiful evening. It's a lot nicer tonight. We were out last night, folks, and I'm here to tell you it was way too windy to be out. So as far as trying to use the camera and a lot of wind noise and stuff like that, it was fine for us. We were in the bay. We had a lot of dolphins. It was a nice trip. Had a little rain in and out, but very happy to have you all aboard. Just saw Bruce tuning in there. A couple different folks. See some folks saying they're coming next weekend. That's great. Thanks, Megan. Happy to hear that. Really happy to have you aboard. Got a beautiful night tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Well, tonight we're on a dolphin watch. We're probably just going to go around the island. We left that humpback whale, what were we, 12 miles out of Cape May? Or about 12. So that's about 12 miles up the beach. Not really feasible in a 2-hour trip. It wasn't really feasible in our 3-hour trip. It took a while to find them. But if the whale swam back this way, or another whale's down in this area, which there have been quite a few humpbacks around this spring, we'll check them out. For now, you can check out this osprey hanging out over on day marker 7 here. Osprey are local fishhawks. Some folks mistake them for bald eagles from a distance. Where do we go here? There we go. Back to out the front of the pilot house view here. Again, we're trying to keep up with these virtual trips as often as possible here, ladies and gentlemen. It's not feasible for me to do them on all trips. However, when we have the right conditions, I'm trying to pick and choose here to get you the best experience possible. Coming up on the inlet here. This section of land over on your right here, this is known as Sewell's Point. It was named Sewell's Point when William J. Sewell built his fish house restaurant here. Back in the year 1868, he actually had a horse-drawn trolley line that connected Sewell's Point with downtown Cape May. Off to your left, you can see the 2-mile bridge. This bridge connects Cape May with Wildwood Crest via Ocean Drive, and it's $1.50 to go over. And up ahead of us, Cape May's Inlet, Cold Spring Inlet. The entire inlet's man-made, constructed between the years 1900 and 1908. Two long rock jetties extend out into the ocean about 4,600 feet and or 3/4 of a mile. There we go. We got you focused up now. As we're heading out through the inlet, please remember, if you're standing up, hold on. For you folks that are watching from your living rooms, I recommend holding on to, or have a seat. Look back at the harbor here. Sun's already getting a little lower in the sky. Got a beautiful evening here. It's looking like a nice night to take you guys out. Happy to have you aboard. If you're just tuning in with us and you weren't tuned in earlier today, we had about a 35 to 40 foot humpback whale up off of Avalon today.
About $200.
Oh, why aren't we getting focused up here? Camera's having a tough time with the glare in here. Take everybody outside.
Bye.
I see how it is. Maybe we can focus up now without the glare from the windows. There we go. Heading out the inlet. For those of you who've tuned in for both trips today, we are having an exceptional day here today, folks. We've had a fairly calm ocean. We had a humpback whale. We had a couple hundred dolphins. Probably had over 100 dolphins this morning. The trip that we did not go virtual on. And another nice trip here. First wave of the day. Some days are like that in the boating business. Some days not so much. I'm here for the good ones, I'm here for the bad ones, I'm here for the mediocre and everything in between. When you come out with us, folks, it's the day you choose. I can't make it perfect for you. I can control what I can control, like the boat, the crew, our narration, sound system, music. After that, it's up to the weather and the wildlife. Today, the weather and the wildlife are cooperating. working our way out the inlet here, if you look on your left, you'll see we're just coming up to the beachfront here in Wildwood. That's the island of Wildwood off to your left. Now, if you look over on the right, you'll notice back behind the boat, that's the island of Cape May. It's about a quarter mile behind us. Now, when these two long rock jetties were constructed here, 110 years ago, the beaches were dead level. So what happened? Well, sand has a natural progression to move from north to south. So over the years, all the sand's been piling up over in Wildwood. Cape May, on the other hand, suffered massive beach erosion. The federal government accepting responsibility for this catastrophe in Cape May. They've allotted over $50 million for beach replenishment in Cape May over the next 50 years. Another osprey out on the end of the jetties here. And the Atlantic Ocean coming up here, kids. You have a little dirt on the lens. How about that? All right. Good suggestion. I did have dirt on the lens there. I was sanding the boat earlier. Sorry about that. That should be better from here on out. All right, folks, you're out in that good old Atlantic Ocean. Hold on. And you're officially on marine mammal search. Keep your eyes peeled. They're looking for Atlantic bottlenose dolphins. We just had a couple go down. They can grow to be 7 to 10 feet in length. They can weigh up to 700 pounds. They are gray in color. They are marine mammals. They got a surface to breathe air. They breathe air like we do. If you spot them, point them out to us. If we spot them, we're going to point them out to you. Cape May County is the northernmost calving grounds for bottlenose dolphins. Every year, around 3,000 dolphins swim north of these waters. Last year, out of that 3,000, around 600 called Cape May their summer home. And out of that, we witnessed around 90 newborn calves, all being given birth right here in Cape May. Okay, I guess we're going up Wildwood.
We got a hard incoming tide. We got a whale up in North Wildwood, right off the beach. Okay. And it was spotted like 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Here we go.
I just figured we could pull the plug really quick.
Well, we were going for relaxing here, ladies and gentlemen, but now we're running 7 miles up the beach. Sort of relaxing. Relaxing for you folks. You're in the comfort of your homes. Pretty comfortable aboard the Atlantis here. She's 125 feet long, 25 feet wide, 2 decks, and space for 300 passengers. We're out with 25, so really doesn't get any more comfortable than that. Heading up to North Wildwood. Captain Stewart's got a report of a humpback whale up the beach here, and that's where we're bound for. Seems vaguely familiar.
Like we were just here?
Well, like the afternoon trip where we were just going to North Wildwood and we ended up in Avalon. You know, like a lot further. Hi, Mary P. Stewart. I see you're tuning in. Happy to have you aboard, Mrs. Stewart. I see Whitney's tuning in. Happy to have you aboard, Whitney. Working on that fishing boat while I was in there, working on the Miss Chris, getting her sanded up and ready for paint.
Whole new cabin.
We do have the whole, we got the cabin done today, so we got the whole headliner up. Captain Scott and Captain Bob, they've been hard at work in the Miss Chris, repaneling the roof, or the ceiling in there, rather. Just had a couple dolphins go down right side here.
Quick or we bail.
Well, you're not going to see him until you get within at least 2 miles of him, so, buddy.
Well, he was
I know
preaching,
you.
okay.
I know you're good, but who said he was preaching? Your report. From John Oberker, the whale was over an hour ago in North Wildwood. Buddy. Oh, I have cleaned the lens. It still doesn't want to stay focused tonight. Try focusing out a little here.
Street did they see the whale out in North Wildwood?
John, do you know which street that they saw the whale at in North Wildwood an hour ago? I must say, this is a new way for getting reports.
Stand something up there.
Sounds good. Let's go get them.
There was a bunch of whitewater where there's nothing.
Giddy up. John says around 19th Street. Thanks, John.
Right. Before the end of the boardwalk.
Yep.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
The big question is, which way is he going because of the tide? Tide's coming in at a big hurt.
Oh, yeah. Still on this moon phase, so gonna be a big tide.
Oh, yeah. I just figured when we turn around, we slingshot around here. Still want to get a sunset.
Oh, well, the sunset's at 8:22, I think, tonight, so you got plenty of time. Nothing but time. If you're just tuning in with us here, ladies and gentlemen, we are on board the 125-foot Atlantis. We are working our way up the Wildwood beachfront in pursuit of a recent, within an hour or around an hour ago, humpback whale report off of North Wildwood. Thank you, Peggy. Folks aboard the boat probably wonder what's going on. I'll let them know. All right, folks, we're working our way up the Wildwood beachfront here. And we're doing this because we got a recent report about an hour ago of a humpback whale in the vicinity between the Crest and North Wildwood here. Hereford Inlet up the end here. So Captain Jeff wanted to come up here and take a look. Since he's the one driving, that's where we're going to go look. Steering. We want to change our emphasis of just looking for dolphins here, folks, to something much larger. So you're not just looking for a humpback whale floating on the surface waiting for us to come along and find them. What do you look for? You're looking for that same stereotypical spout of the whale, the old "Arr she blows." Same type of event. A humpback whale can put up a spout 8 to 12 feet high. A fin whale can put up a spout 20 feet tall. Now this report sounds like it's a humpback whale, and the report also mentioned that the whale was breaching, so you also want to keep your eyes open for a big splash. If you see something like that, point it out, shout it out, wave your hands in the air, take your clothes off, whatever it takes to get our attention. We break for whales and dolphins. It's why we're up here, why we're out here. If you see it, don't keep it a secret. Now, it's a 2-hour trip. We're on a really fast boat, but we only have so much time, and we want to still get you that sunset this evening, so we're not going to dedicate a whole lot of time to this. There have been humpback whales in the area. We were up here this afternoon, and we had a humpback whale and about 200 dolphins, but we were up in Avalon. I don't think we're taking it to Avalon tonight.
I'm not.
But we get the reports. We got to check them out. So keep your eyes peeled. Sounds good, Peggy. We look forward to having you aboard. All of you tuning in, we look forward to having you back aboard for a public cruise. Yeah, we are doing public cruises, and they are available. We understand for some reasons some folks may not want to come out right away here. For other reasons, we understand you might not make it out in 2020. It's been a weird year, and it continues to be a weird year, but it's getting a little more normal. So if you can make it out, we'd love to have you. Book online at CapeMayWhaleWatcher.com. If you can't for whatever reason, we'll see you next year, and we'll keep on doing virtual trips as often as possible so that we can share what's going on down here. Right now, we're in pursuit of a whale report up off of North Wildwood. If we see something soon here, we're going to check it out. If we don't see something, we're going to turn around and shoot to Cape May. All the way up to the Wildwood Boardwalk here. And Maury's Piers in shore of us here. There's the Ferris wheel. So since we're looking at the Wildwood Boardwalk here, folks, poll in the comments here, what's your favorite pizza on the Wildwood Boardwalk? Max? Or what's that other place? Yeah, but Max. I like Max.
I like Max too, but I'm saying Sam's is the other one.
Yeah, I never had Sam's. I'm not going there. It's probably very good pizza. How about you guys? Max from Whitney there. Sam's from Donna. Joe's. Where's Joe's? Max from John. Sam's, Max. This is starting to be like a 50-50 here, guys.
It always has been.
It's good to know some things don't change, huh? Since everything else keeps changing.
I'm not seeing what I want to see here.
Me neither, Bubba.
About ready to loop.
Okie dokie.
Take these people where they want to go.
Well, they want to see a whale, Cap. And you've given them their best shot this evening, that's for sure. Beautiful trip up the beach. Get to see the boardwalk. Get to debate about who has the best pizza. I mean, I like it.
You're about 19th Street.
No, 19's up there, but got a couple birds playing around in here. I think they're just chasing each other, though. Might be diving in. I mean, for them to see it from the beach, it had to be close.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm in here tight.
You're in 15 foot of water. It could have been lunge feeding in here. Maybe they could have mistaken lunge feeding for breaching. There was a whale this afternoon in Wildwood now, and sang. Apparently this whale... So wait, Ann, you're telling me we went all the way up to Avalon and there was a whale in here?
So we passed this guy.
We passed on by it? Or it followed us home? I'd believe it either way. We've ran 15, 20 miles to find whales right at our own inlet, so must be time to turn. Of course, at 20 knots, we could have just blown right on by them here, too. Well, there is North Wildwood and Hereford Inlet in the distance there. We can focus. There we go. John says we were down to 6th. Okay. So see, we did blow on by them. Of course, it was still an hour ago, so.
I just haven't seen anything again where I saw that disturbance.
Well, whale was a 4 to 5 minute whale this afternoon. So.
Not the same way, different way.
Well, probably a different whale, but.
Then you get tired of it, you make it 21 knots.
Earlier there was a picture off of Wildwood shoreline. Okay, Ann, thank you. Appreciate it. Good look over here. Well, we are bound for Cape May here, folks, unless something changes here in the next couple of minutes.
Got to slide out a little bit.
And what's wrong with that? We're still looking here, folks. We're we're getting a couple different reports that basically from the afternoon that this whale was along the Wildwood beachfront sometime between our afternoon trip and this trip. So we could find one anywhere along this route. And the report's over an hour old now, so sounds like the whale was in here lunge feeding. It's pretty common for us to have humpback whales near shore, especially this time of year. They come in here for all the fish that are here, the bunker. It's the same thing that the dolphins are eating. Bunker's a small oily fish around 3 to 9 inches in length, silver in color, also known as menhaden. It's base fish, lots of things in the ocean eat it, including humpback whales. In fact, they eat around 2,000 pounds of it every day. So we're still looking, but in the meantime, we're going to work on getting you down to Cape May Point and find some dolphins and look for this sunset, which is starting to drop a little bit here. Well, if it was lunch feeding, I wonder if we weren't in close enough. We were in 15 feet of water.
Yeah.
It's over an hour old, so he's probably got a full belly and taking a nap like usual. Whitney says the Dolphins vote for Max. I don't know how you can know that, Whitney. But I like where your head's at. Yep. It's just faint enough with this haze out here.
Just faint enough.
Do we ever see sharks? When we're up to our full schedule and we're running 3 trips a day, 7 days a week, we will see probably, I would go with 1 shark a week. Typically a small hammerhead or something like that. So yeah, occasionally. It's certainly not something where we would say we're shark watching, let's put it that way. Sharks aren't normally on the surface.
Once in a while, bass and shark. Not often.
See, there you go. Ann saw a hammerhead last year. Talking about this earlier, ladies and gentlemen, one thing you'll learn from doing these trips, if you want to see more things, if you want to see a shark, if you want to see a whale, if you want to see multiple whales, if you want to see whales do different things, if you want to see a lot of dolphins, if you want to see dolphins do different things, you just have to go more often.
No.
If you judge us by one trip that you pick out of the over 200 trips we run in a year, it's tough to take a good temperature from that. What were the conditions? What were the reports the day before? It all plays into it. And I know you want to come out and just do one perfect trip. That's what we all want to do. And I want to give you that perfect trip on every trip I go out on. But it doesn't necessarily work out that way. Like for instance, we just went up there to a whale report. We burned an extra 100 gallons of fuel doing that.
Yep.
And it hasn't panned out. Of course, if we didn't burn that fuel to go take a look,
Never know.
then we'd have no chance, and we'd never know. Whale could have been sitting there breaching the whole time. So for this Viking?
Yeah, he
out
went
here?
up, now he's going back down.
Gotcha. I say I don't remember there being this much swell this afternoon.
No. Yeah.
We are, where are we at? We down to the Madrid?
Yep.
That's it. That's the crest, right?
Yep.
Yep. We're down to the Madrid hotel there in the crest, and we are. This view is looking down the beach towards Cape May Inlet. We have looped around from North Wildwood. We have abandoned our report in the interest of time here, since we're coming up on an hour into the trip, and we're still in Wildwood.
I look at it differently. 7:20. We didn't get to the ocean till 7 o'clock. So I say we're 20 minutes into the trip.
Gotcha. Well,
I rarely see whales.
see the report you guys, who's sending this? Tom's sending this report from the Boardwalk blog. Yep, that's where we had our information from as well there, so thank you. I can't look at it while I'm on the live view here, but I'll check it out later. Captain Stewart had that report, and that's why we're up here. Losing our connection here. Connection available. What's that about? We're back. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Ann. Yeah, I've had some folks complaining about the internet speed here and stuff. It's they've been doing a lot of work on the cell towers down here. I don't know if they're converting everything over to 5G or what's going on, but it could have something to do with it.
I just passed a couple of loners.
Yeah, one of the same ones we saw coming down the beach when we were going up. Let's get into Cape May. Unless you see 100. If you see a whale, I'll stop. We've had a few dolphins so far here, ladies and gentlemen. No great group, and we haven't stopped on any groups just yet here. We've been chasing a whale report. Only for 20 minutes, though, so.
23.
23 minutes, Captain Stewart's reminding me. So we took everybody up to Wildwood here, actually North Wildwood, looking for a whale. No whale. Now we're taking everybody to Cape May.
Where we're supposed to go.
I will laugh if there's a whale in Cape May.
So will I.
Well, on a hard incoming tide and the report that's over an hour old.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, man.
Looks like you're sitting in the rips.
What was that?
I said it looks like you're sitting in the rips.
Yeah, just like off the beach at Alexander. They're real spread out, but they're pretty much everywhere here, all in 3 and 4.
Yeah, we're just passing the inlet. We went up to Hereford to take a look. We didn't find them, so
up ahead of us here, this is the city of Cape May, to our right up ahead. Now, Cape May is a very historic city dating back to the whaling days and beyond. It originally was a 2-day journey down to Cape May from the then capital city of Philadelphia. The first day down as far as May's Landing, the second day down to Cape May by stagecoach. Today, the entire city of Cape May is a National Historic Landmark for its unique collection of Victorian homes and hotels. First section of beach on our right here, this is known as Poverty Beach. This was named Poverty Beach during Victorian times with the class system still in effect. The hired help working in the hotels of downtown Cape May, they were not permitted to bathe with the guests, so they were relegated to this rather obscure northern secondary beachfront. Thus the name Poverty Beach.
He went down the beach raking them rakers, so this is virgin turf.
Sounds good. Camera's acting up again here with the sun. Something about don't look directly into the sun. Break here, folks, till we catch up to something here. What's everybody looking at? Next section of beach on our right here, this is known as East Cape May. Back in 1903, a group of investors from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that came down here to Cape May and purchased this eastern section for the small sum of $200,000 in an attempt to build an all-new Cape May and rejuvenate the city of Cape May. In the end, fewer than 100 homes were built. These large seaside cottages to our right stand as a lasting testimony to their efforts. Like I said, you got another hour till the sun sets, so.
Well, we've been away from the dock for 59 minutes.
Congratulations.
video, man.
Well, thank you so much. Job descriptions just keep coming.
Painter Jeff.
Sander Jeff.
Ones that are advertising. I barely drive the airplane.
It's a boat, Cap.
Whatever. Same difference.
Now, you know, as popular as Cape May is today, and as popular as it was during Victorian times, then being known as the queen of the seaside summer resorts, it fell into quite a bit of a funk, if you will, around the turn of the century, 1900. At that time, Cape May was just a town of old homes. Certainly no reason for a tourist to come down here and visit. And it took a natural catastrophe to snap it out of its doldrums. That being the Great Nor'easter of 1962. The storm destroyed the seawall protecting the town, flooded the town, and destroyed several of the old Victorians. Then a lot of land developers came to the area. They wanted to tear down the Victorians and put up new modern structures and hotels. It was at this time that a grassroots movement took hold in Cape May known as MAC. MAC's an acronym for the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts and Humanities. They fought to preserve the history of Cape May. Their first battle was fought over the Emlyn Physic Estate, which now serves as their headquarters and museum in downtown Cape May. MAC's mostly responsible for the Victorian Cape May we all get to enjoy today. Now the homes inshore for the next several city blocks, these are all classic examples of Victorian architecture at its finest. All of these homes were built between the 1860s and the 1870s. At the height of the Victorian period, they're capped off by the white building with the red roof, the red awning, and the American flag up on top. That's the Sea Mist Inn, arguably one of the most photographed homes on the Cape May beachfront. Now inshore on the right, large yellow hotel with white pillars and a gray roof, that's Congress Hall. It's the third Congress Hall to be built here. The first two, they were lost to fires. The second, the Great November Fire of 1878. That same fire destroyed over 30 acres of downtown Cape May. Third and present day Congress Hall was constructed in 1879. It's L-shaped for maximum ocean views, features a wraparound porch and white pillars, both trademarks of the Victorian hotels of its day. In 1882, Congress Hall was the site of 7 evening concerts held by John Philip Sousa and the Marine Band. It is said that on opening night, over 3,000 people gathered on the front lawn of Congress Hall to hear his rendition of the Congress Hall March, a piece that he had composed just for the event. Zoom. There's no reason for Zoom right now. I will say the controls for Facebook Live, folks, leave a lot to be desired of. At this rate, I'll never be able to get you the sunset. And, there we go. That's a little better. Sorry about that, gang. I think that's the view you're looking for there. Cape May Lighthouse. A view looking basically from the cove towards the bay here. Working our way down the beach. Still looking for dolphins, whales, or anything else we can find tonight.
I will have you whales 8.5 minutes.
Got whales in 8.5 minutes.
Dolphins.
That's a good
Dolphins.
prediction. I like that, Cap. No.
8.5.
We're holding you to the 8.5 minutes for the whale.
I will have you
Count it down. Put money on this. The tripod can't keep up with the speed we're doing here, so I'll go back to holding the camera here. Focusing behind the glass. And outside it's too windy, so cold. Now on your right, you can see the famous Cape May Lighthouse. That's the third lighthouse to be built here. The first two, they were lost to the sea. The third and present day lighthouse was constructed back in the year 1859. It's 157.5 feet tall, 199 steps up to the top, where it houses a 350,000 candle power light visible at sea 19 miles on a clear night. MAC, the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts and Humanities, co-sponsor of our cruises, they received over $2 million in grant money to restore the lighthouse to its original sandstone color and do massive renovations to the lantern section in the oil house. For a small donation to MAC, you can make the climb to the top for a beautiful panoramic view of Cape May Point and the surrounding waters. Also on the right, passing the white building with the red roof, St. Mary's by the Sea. It's now a Sisters Summer Retreat, home to the Sisters of St. Joseph. However, it was built as the Shoreham Hotel back in 1890. It was then sold to the Sisters in 1909 for the small sum of $9,000. You got to hand it to them. They know their real estate. It's one of the few places on the East Coast where you can see the sun rise over the Atlantic Ocean and set over the Delaware Bay. Now passing from the Atlantic Ocean into the Delaware Bay, this area of choppier water, this is known as the rips. It's where the Delaware Bay meets the Atlantic Ocean. The rips are caused by hills of sand or shoals on the ocean floor beneath us. These shoals cause the moving water to shoot up vertically towards the surface, causing the lines in the waves to appear. Did he say he had a lot of dolphins? I mean,
I can see them all up here.
okay. So normally, ladies and gentlemen, this is a nice, relaxing cruise around the island. Sorry it has not been this evening. slow down enough the camera can focus. And we got some dolphins.
Right. That sunset, I think it's on the other side.
They'll come up again, probably. They're gonna be down there looking for
Look around, gang. We had some dolphins go down here in the rips. You see them, point them out so other folks can see them. I just saw a couple pop out on the left there.
You gotta keep your eyes open.
Sandbag? Oh, cool, huh? Huh? I think so. I think we're looking.
Believe it or not, we've been photo identifying dolphins here in Cape May for around the last 25 years. And what we've learned about our dolphin friends is that the same dolphins, they return here year after year after year. Kind of like you guys, you found a nice place to vacation, you're going to go back there, right? Same thing with the dolphins. Had a couple dolphins right off the front of the boat, swimming towards the bow of the boat here. Give it a chance, they'll be back up. Rule number 1 in whale and dolphin watching: whatever goes down must come up. Swimming towards the bow of the boat, looking right at us here. Couple surfing in that wave off to your right, going to the beach.
We got this,
It's all four, I think, right?
there weren't just dolphins.
Where'd they go? They left that quick, huh?
Just had a couple surfers back behind us, in line with the lighthouse. Captain's pointing at some more. They're a couple of miles ahead of us. A couple right next to us on the left side here. Keep your eyes peeled for calves, ladies and gentlemen. It's calving season. What are you looking for? What's a calf? Calves are baby dolphins. So you're looking for a baby dolphin, swimming right tight to mama's side. They're usually around 18 to 24 inches in length. They can be darker in coloration than the rest of the dolphins. If they were born in the last 24 hours, the calves will be jet black in coloration. They'll have small folds or creases in their sides called fetal folds, and their dorsal fin may or may not be bent over to one side, and the calves will get this way from living within the fetal cavity for the past 12 months. That's right, ladies, it's 12 months for dolphins, not 9, 12. There we go. Starting to pop left side here. Coming this way, left side. Coming to you, left side here. There's Flipper. Every now and then you'll see the dolphins on the surface so you can see their eyes. Remember, dolphins have excellent vision above and below the surface. You can see their eyes. They're going on a people watch. They are watching you, watching them. They're checking us out, seeing who's out in the big red boat tonight. Just had a couple more go down back behind us on the left here. So off the stern of the boat here. And they're all spread out for the better part of a mile off behind us here. A lot of distance between each group. So the dolphins are in here. This area, the rips that we're in, it's an excellent fishing area. There's a lot of uneven bottom, many shoals in the rips where the Delaware Bay meets the Atlantic Ocean. So fishermen know it's a good area. What do you think the dolphins are doing down here? They're feeding. They're chasing fish. They're gonna have a little sushi for dinner. Dolphins are expert fishermen. They don't miss a trick. They live and hunt and work within a cooperative community. They utilize cooperative hunting techniques to gather their fish. They eat around 10 to 15 pounds of fish every day. They communicate back and forth through a series of whistles and clicks. The sun's starting to drop a little. And back to the dolphins. So what are we looking at tonight, folks? Are we looking at dolphins or porpoise? What's the difference? A lot of people use the names interchangeably like they are the same, and they are not. Tonight you're looking at dolphins, not porpoise. See, dolphins have a beak, which sticks out the front of their body, makes them appear like they're always smiling, and they've got cone-shaped teeth. Porpoise, on the other hand, have a blunt head and spade-shaped teeth. Dolphins are also larger than porpoise. These bottlenose dolphins are about twice the size of a harbor porpoise. You know, another way you can tell the difference between a dolphin or a porpoise, you can go just by the time of year we see them here in Cape May. We see dolphins, we see porpoise, we see them in different seasons. Our dolphins, they usually show up here around the middle of April. They stay with us throughout the spring, summer, and fall. They leave here around the middle of December. And the dolphins do this because they like the water 50 degrees or warmer. Our water temperature out here tonight, 63 degrees. Porpoise, on the other hand, you don't see porpoise this time of year in Cape May. If you came back out here in January or February, you'd see all the harbor porpoise you want. You'd be out here in 38-degree water, and there wouldn't be any dolphins that time of year. All down the left side of the boat here. A couple different groups between us and the beach. Now, dolphins are members of the order Cetacea. This term cetacean refers to a group of 80 different marine mammals, which are broken up into two suborders, toothed whales and baleen whales. Bottlenose dolphins, they are toothed whales. Grouped in with other toothed whales, that includes other dolphins, porpoise, orcas, pilot whales, belugas. Those are all toothed whales. Larger whales like humpback whales, fin whales, right whales, blue whales. Those are baleen whales, which do not have teeth. In lieu of teeth, they have baleen in the roof of their mouth. They use the baleen like a big filter. They'll filter their food out of seawater and then swallow it whole. Yep, I missed it. Trying to get you focused up here, folks. They're not all grouped up in one spot, so. Now, even though dolphins have great vision above and below the surface, they navigate using another sense, something we don't possess as humans, which is echolocation or sonar. What this is actually a sound pulse or vocalization that the dolphins emit from the melon portion of their body. This sound travels through the water in front of the dolphin, and when it bounces off of objects like the bottom of the ocean, the bottom of this boat, other dolphins, fish, the sound is sent back to the dolphin as an echo and picked up by tiny receptors in their lower jaw or chin. The dolphin's receptors are actually their teeth. Their teeth are staggered into two distinct rows so they receive that sound signal back in stereo. This gives dolphins a 3D readout of what's in front of them all the time. Makes them perfectly suited for swimming in murky waters and for hunting and feeding at night. Coming to us out on the left side here. A couple more popping up ahead, right side of the boat. Looking right at us here. Left side, just diving underneath the front of the boat here. May have noticed the dolphins show no fear of the boat. Why is that? Well, in a regular season, we're out here 3 trips a day, 7 days of the week. The dolphins, they know the sound of the boat, the sound of the engines, even the sound of my voice. They know us, we know them. These are our local dolphins. Got a group going off to the right, continuing around Cape May Point. Just right next to us here. So folks, if you've hung in here for the ride around the island here in our pursuit of a whale report off of Wildwood, now we're down at Cape May Point, showing you just what kind of speed this boat does, or can do at least. Not normally what we'd do on this trip, but Captain Stewart wanted to give you your best shot at a whale this evening. That didn't pan out. Got a beautiful pod of dolphins, got a beautiful evening, got a great sunset cooking back behind us here. It's working out. It's absolutely gorgeous evening. Really happy to be out here. Wish you guys could be here with us live. This is a public cruise. If you wanted to, you could have bought tickets. We're going tomorrow night. You can still buy tickets at CapeMayWhaleWatcher.com. See the concrete ship off to our left here. It's the left side of the Atlantis. Looking back behind us here, the sun's starting to set. And the boat's turning. Get you the sunset once it's getting a little lower on the water there. How far from the beach are we? Well, this is the view out the left side of the boat, and here's the beach. So, I don't know, 100 yards, maybe a little more than 100 yards. Lighthouse in the background here. Why the angry face? Out of curiosity, I saw an angry face pop up there. Boats aren't allowed in the rips. Right. If you want to put in the comments about why you have an angry face there, I'd love to hear it. Starting to pop right side, coming down the right side of the boat. Around for more groups here. We got some more off the front of the boat coming this way now. Do you ever think about how a dolphin sleeps? Not really, right? Pretty important, though. Think about a sleeping dolphin like this, if you will. Dolphins are marine mammals. Coming down the right side here, another group. They have to surface to breathe air. They breathe air like we do. We can't lay down on the ocean floor and take a nap, right? Neither can the dolphins. Now, scientists knew for years they related to humpback whales and other cetaceans, and they had witnessed humpback whales doing something called logging when they got tired. Logging is a pretty simple process for the humpback whale. They float up on the surface with their back exposed to the air so they can breathe while they sleep. Humpback whales can do that because they're comprised of a lot of blubber. Blubber's a fatty tissue. Fat floats. Dolphins, on the other hand, dolphins are comprised of a lot of muscle tissue. Dolphins are more dense than water. If a dolphin stops swimming, they'd actually sink and drown. Hard to believe for one of nature's best swimmers, and it puzzled scientists for years, until finally a Russian scientist had 2 dolphins in captivity. He hooked them up to a brainwave machine, and he solved the mystery. He discovered dolphins have the ability to isolate either hemisphere of their brain throughout the day. So throughout one part of the day, the dolphins are sitting on the left hemisphere of the brain only, and the right hemisphere is turned off or sleeping. Throughout another part of the day, the dolphins are swimming on the right hemisphere of their brain only, and the left hemisphere is turned off or sleeping. And throughout more rigorous activities like feeding and/or mating, the dolphins are operating on both left and right hemispheres of the brain at the same time. Unlike man, we all know when it comes to mating, man will be operating on no hemispheres of the brain. We got more dolphins right in the sunset ahead of us here. Brings up another interesting topic with the dolphins. How about their mating behavior? Did you know that dolphins are some of the most sexually active creatures on the planet? Unlike other animals that only mate when the female's in heat, the dolphins, well, they mate 365 days of the year. They mate for fun and recreation. Some male dolphins, believe it or not, they've been known to mate 5 to 7 times a day. You gotta love those dolphins. Puts a whole new spin on that theory about coming back as a bird in the next life. This group's going from right to left ahead of the boat, so they're at our 12 o'clock, going around to 11 o'clock here. They're all working on this tide line. You see the changeover in the water here? It's the tide line, this hard incoming tide. Just had a dolphin do a tail slap there up in front of us here. A couple different groups working along the tide line here. Keep looking around here again. You see them, point them out. Sun's still dropping. Actually looking out towards the sunset here, seeing dolphins all the way out into the bay here for the better part of at least a half mile here and there. No one big group. Quite a few though. Saw, I think it was Harry was asking a question here. Are we open? Yes, we are open. We've been open for over 3 weeks now. You can buy tickets at CapeMayWhaleWatcher.com. Yes, we are operating at a reduced capacity, but we'd love to have you aboard. Cape May's open. Lots of things to do. Lots of places to go. Beach is open. Restaurants are open. Restaurants are opening for outdoor dining as of the 15th. Stores are going to be open as of the 15th. So if you want to get to Cape May, don't have a reason not to. The hotels are already open at reduced capacity, just like we are. Now, we've told you quite a bit of information about dolphins in a short period of time this evening. I don't expect you to remember everything. If you can remember one fact about it, let's remember this. How about where are we? Where are we right now? We're out in the Delaware Bay, right? We're in the Atlantic Ocean. And we're in the Delaware Bay. The dolphins, they're in the same place. They're out here in the wild, free. Dolphins like this in the wild, they can live 45 to 50 years out here. And the dolphins you see out in captivity like a marine mammal park show. They're not so lucky. Typically, for every one dolphin you see out in captivity, there's been 3 dolphins captured. The first 2 die in the first 90 days of capture. The last one lucky dolphin you get to see in a show, they only lived to the ripe old age of around 5, and that's it. So what are we getting at? It doesn't matter whether you're on this boat or somebody else's. What matters is the well-being of the dolphins. This is where they belong, living out their lives the way the Creator intended them to live. Bouncing around a little concrete tank in endless circles, where they go blind from swimming in chlorinated water and die off from some other eye-related disease. No way, gang. The dolphins belong out here. Dolphins all up through here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eyes peeled on that sunset. It's dropping quick. show you guys the sunset. The dolphins, pretty active next to the boat here. Just went down right next to us here. Every time they surface here. Calf on the right side here, right next to mom, surfaced. What's going on the left here? All right, everybody's hooting and hollering on the left here. Side. Perfect evening, really, here. Once again, folks, wish you all could be here. We are running our public cruises now. This is a public cruise we're on here tonight. We've got dolphins all around Cape May Point. Checked out a whale report. Had a whale this afternoon on our 1 o'clock whale and dolphin watch up off of Avalon. Another whale report from Wildwood this afternoon. So we went up to North Wildwood looking for it. It's a lot of activity in the area, a lot of dolphins, quite a few whale reports. Great time of year to get out. There's not a lot of people at the shore yet. There's been nobody at the shore though leading up to now. So now there's a few people at the shore. But still, lots of stuff to see, lots of space, lots of businesses open. Let's see what the sun's doing over here before we lose it. Oh yeah, we're dropping. There we go. Not sure if you're hearing that dog barking in the background there, but yes, we are dog friendly also. Leashed, well-behaved dogs are allowed aboard. Got dolphins all around us. We're off the concrete ship here in Sunset Beach. Got a dog aboard that doesn't like dolphins. Perfect evening. The dog actually has its head out the hawse pipe there and is looking at the dolphins. That's why he's barking. Aha. So you got a perfect evening tonight, folks. Going again tomorrow night, and we're trying We're trying for all 3 trips throughout the week. We'd love to have you aboard. Pick up your tickets at CapeMayWhaleWatcher.com. Start working over to the inlet here. We're running short on time, folks. You see the lighthouse in the background here. Leaving the dolphins back behind us here with the sun. Back of the boat here.
Right-hand side, guys, at Sunset Beach. Every evening here they have a beautiful sunset ceremony with the lowering of the flag. A different flag every evening for a different fallen veteran. Also on the right, you can see all that's left of the famous wreck of the concrete ship, the Atlantis. She was 210 feet long, commissioned June 1919. She made several transatlantic crossings. She was bred to be used as a ferry breakwater. She broke loose when she was under tow up the bay. She drifted across the bay, came to rest here, cracked in half, and she's been there ever since. Once again, constructed entirely of concrete, reinforced with steel rods. She was one of 13 experimental ships built like this during World War I. Due to the shortage of steel, and back behind the American flag, you'll see a tall concrete cylindrical tower. That's a World War II fire control tower. This worked in conjunction with a gun emplacement built out on the beachfront. We already showed you that. These were used predominantly for spotting German U-boats during World War II, and there were quite a few to be seen right here off of Cape May. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, this section of beachfront up ahead on the right, this is Higby's Beach. This used to be our local clothing optional beach. That's right, this was a nude beach for about 85 years, and then back around 1897, our then governor at the time, Governor Christine Todd Whitman, Sign a bill. Tell them to have put their clothes back on. Sunset's looking pretty good.
Really?
You're welcome, Giselle. Glad you come out with us tonight on our virtual tour. If you're just joining in with us here, you're aboard the 125-foot Atlantis, the largest and fastest whale and dolphin watching boat in the state of New Jersey, really the tri-state area. It's our first virtual sunset cruise here around the island of Cape May. Just wrapped up with quite a few dolphins here off of Cape May Point. Got this beautiful sunset dropping pretty quick here. You're looking at the port side of the Atlantis as we're cruising back to the inlet here. Keep your eyes peeled for the green flash as the sun keeps dropping here. Whoop. You're welcome, Whitney. We can't wait to see you. To all the folks watching, we are running public cruises, so we can't wait to have you aboard. I understand some folks can't make it out right away here, or maybe you can't even make it out in 2020 for whatever reason. That's okay. We'll see you next year. If you can make it out and you want to get out, buy your tickets at CapeMayWhaleWatcher.com. I'll be here. Captain Stewart will be here. He'd love to get you out on the water. The green flash. Gail doesn't know what the green flash is, folks. Oh boy. Must be a few landlubbers watching here this evening. Probably won't see it through the virtual tour anyway, so that's okay. Tough to get on camera. As good as it looks on the screen here, folks, it looks a lot better in person, I have to admit. Welcome back, Whitney. Thanks for getting the fish phone for me. It's been a huge help, trust me.
At sunset, we got more dolphins both sides, right and left hand side. The Cape May Canal entrance is the way we're going to go home tonight, over on the right-hand side. Community's just up beyond that. First up is North Cape May, then Town Bank and Old Whaling Village, then the villages. You see all the boats that are anchored out up ahead? They are drum fishing. This time of year, just about at the end of the drumfish season, but everybody's got a perfect night for it, and they are attempting to catch a drumfish.
One or two people out to see the sunset this evening. They're looking for the green flash too. There she goes. Perfect.
Now here at the western end of the Cape May Canal lies the Cape May Lewis Ferry Terminal. This is where we have 3 ferries in all. It takes approximately 90 minutes to make the 16.5 mile ferry crossing. As you can see, we have 2 ferries down up for maintenance and 1 out in service. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, with the combined efforts of 2 states, New Jersey and Delaware, to finally bring this ferry system to fruition. Something happened back in 1964 with the formation of the DRBA, the Delaware River and Bay Authority. They manage and subsidize the ferries with revenues from one of their other projects, the Delaware Memorial Bridge, ever since the ferry's inception back in 1964.
My favorite views here, folks, is down the canal here at sunset. A lot of boat traffic tonight. It's not the norm, but during drumfish season, that's pretty much the norm. Quite a few boats. Got in a good night there, folks. I think we're going to wrap it up here for the evening. So thank you for joining us this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for another of our virtual whale and dolphin watch trips. We got you all the way around the island of Cape May tonight. We got a beautiful group of dolphins, and we got a perfect sunset. So it's about as good as it gets here, gang. So until next time, stay home, stay safe. If you want to come to the shore, it's open, and we'd love to have you. In the meantime, I'm Captain Jeff. This is Captain Stewart. Have a great night.